I'm Kirk Williford. I'm a senior game designer at ArenaNet, and I'm a team lead on End of Dragons. We've been wanting to put fishing in Guild Wars 2 for as long as it's been around. It just always came down to finding the best time and place. When we were building fishing for Guild Wars 2, we looked at our own personal experiences going fishing and found what was the most memorable. And for me, when I went fishing as a kid, I went with my family. And so when we bring that into Guild Wars 2, we wanted to think about how can we make that a multiplayer experience. You can fish off of docks, or we've created skiffs, which allow you to fish around the waters of Tyria by taking your fishing boat and exploring with your friends. We wanted the waters of Tyria to feel as authentic as we could and most lifelike as we could to a real fishing experience. And so there are hundreds of different fish for you to discover in Tyria all across the world. There are so many that have been added to the game, and kudos to that first person who finds all of them. Including the common goldfish, as well as the most notorious catfish in Ascalon, Old Whiskers. End of Dragons has 5 new mastery tracks, including the Siege Turtle, Skiffs, and Fishing, each with their own levels of progression for players to discover as they explore Cantha. I'm most excited about the release of End of Dragons for players to really be able to come together and experience the world that we've been creating in Cantha. We've all wanted to go to Cantha for the longest time, and the team has done such a great job bringing it to life, and I just can't wait for players to see it.
I'm Rai Chase, and I voice Yao, your local, mostly friendly agender engineer.
Like Kirk said, we've been wanting to add fishing for a long time, and we're really happy with how it's shaping up in End of Dragons. The multiplayer aspects, over 200 different kinds of fish, and the ability to fish from docks, the shore, or skiffs. Skiffs, by the way, are another of the 5 new mastery tracks that Kirk mentioned, along with Siege Turtles.
Going out with your party and fishing is just a ton of fun. You're able to anchor your boat and then just walk around. You can go fishing, obviously, but you can also dance. You could play sea shanties with your instruments. And if you didn't catch it, fishing is not restricted to Cantha. You can fish all over Tyria, and if you want to catch every fish in a game, you need to kind of go on a full world tour of fishing.
Fantastic.
We'll have more details on these mastery lines, as well as the remaining 2 unannounced lines between now and the end of Dragons launch.
For our next look at End of Dragons, let's see some legendaries that will come with the expansion.
I'm Chelsea Mills, and I'm a senior prop artist. In End of Dragons, we're introducing 16 new legendary weapons, all available on release day. This set of legendaries is inspired by the Elder Dragon Arene, who plays a significant role in the End of Dragons story. From an art perspective, we wanted the legendaries to show Arene's journey with the commander, from the first time you meet her as an adorable little hatchling, to now all grown up as our own Elder Dragon. The precursors represent baby Arene, while the legendaries represent adult Arene. Arene is one of my favorite characters, and I'm so happy that we got to create a legendary set based on her. I can't wait to see players running around in-game with the legendaries.
Hi, I'm Rina Hoshino. I'm voicing Krunavang, and I'm so excited that you guys get to be reacquainted with her.
These 16 new Arene-style legendaries are all going to be available on End of Dragons launch day. And if you want a head start, you can earn a voucher for one of the precursors Chelsea talked about with the current Return to Living World achievements. And we'll talk a little more about that later.
I am pumped to get these weapons.
I need them.
I'm Arene's champion. I should have legendaries that make me look the part.
I'm Arene's champion.
Well, that's debatable.
So next up, here's Cameron Rich to talk about strike missions and encounters.